We have profiled post-traumatic stress injury on this show probably more than any other show. We have validated it. We've talked about the various ways to treat it. We don't undermine it. It is a very real injury, no doubt about it.
There are so many horrific things. We've had so many people on this show and who've dealt with PTSD, and it's a horrific thing. But if now we're going to say that just looking at an image of something.
But it's not that we're just saying that. We're just talking about whether they can make a claim, a viable claim, that they sustained an injury in the workplace.
Well, and they did, and it was
what your profession does.
They weren't recognizing it or diagnosing it as PTSD. And
well, look, based on what I'm looking at here, and again, employee resources and support, and look, if this isn't true, they have an incredibly strong case. Yep. But their mandatory psychological support, if that wasn't provided, they have a case. State-of-the-art tools and technology to reduce the realism of the imagery. If that wasn't provided, they have a case. Strict guidelines that separate this portion of the employee's responsibilities from other work responsibilities. If that wasn't provided, they have a case. Immediate breaks or reassignment.
The standard is, did they sustain an injury? And for a psychological injury, that's determined by psychological evaluations, and that's what doctors do. They evaluate and determine, did you sustain an injury, and is that injury caused by what happened at work?
They have sustained the injury. We haven't documented that either.
I think it's an interesting, I think it's a really interesting scenario. There's no case right now. Microsoft put out a statement saying we disagree with the plaintiff's claims. Microsoft applies industry-leading technology to help detect and classify illegal imagery of child abuse and exploitation that are shared by users on Microsoft services. Once verified by a specially trained employee, the company removes the imagery, reports it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and bans the users who shared the imagery from our services. The health and safety of our employees who do this difficult work is a top priority. Again, this case is a very interesting one because we've never heard of a case quite like this. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
How it plays out.
More to come.